fact, I did a video on the Benue State killings. I'm sure it will be on my social media handle if it's not there yet. You know, just sympathizing with the people in Benue State is really heartbreaking. It's disheartening what is happening in Nigeria. And even in my video, I said it is the responsibility of government to protect life and properties. The president of the country, the governor of those states, is their responsibility. That's what the Constitution of Nigeria, that's the first thing the Constitution says, that the president is going to protect the Constitution. And the first provision of the Constitution for the leaders is to protect life and properties. And any government that fails in that has already failed woefully. You know, I spoke about that. It will be on my social media handle if it's not there already. And we're praying and speaking where we can speak. Some of us have access to some of these people in power. And when you're dealing with people in power, sometimes it's better and more productive when you speak to them through your private channels than when you speak to them in public. And some of us speak to these people privately, and we make them know to what extent their policies are not favoring the populace. You know, it's just that because it is a private thing, so that we can have more result, we can all protest and all of that. And sometimes it may not yield the kind of result we want. But those private speakings, you know, they help to shake some things, move some things. The Bible on such issues says we should pray for those in authority. We should pray for them. And of course, we have a civic right as citizens to vote for people that we believe have the capability and the capacity to provide us an enabling environment and security for our nation. And we wait for the next election. We ensure that in the next elections, we do our due diligence by voting the right people that we believe have what it takes to give us the kind of government that we want. So, you know, that's the position of scripture on that matter.
Okay. They don't answer your question, right?
Yes, I just want to know what is the church responsibility if government has failed. No, government has failed, actually. What is the church responsibility?
Well, the church responsibility is to pray, but because the church is made up of citizens, it now becomes the civic right of citizens, the civic right of citizens to protest peacefully, to show their grievances, to show the government you have failed us. It is the right of citizens to do that. And citizens have the right to go ahead and protest and show their grievances to the government. Like in Akwa Ibom here, the governor goes around to do what they call town hall. So he meets with different societies, different communities, asking them to tell him in what area they have failed. There's that kind of discourse going on in Akwa Ibom State, here where I am. And I expect the federal government to do that kind of thing.